Yeah, so it's interesting to reflect on the scientific contribution Cantab has made to human cognitive science, if you like, and also clinical neuroscience. So in the 1980s, when we invented Cantab, most of the neuropsychology tests around, very good instruments, have been around for years and years, generally involved paper and pencil, and were quite laboriously assessed, and the subject had to be scored. They had to be sometimes interviewed by the clinical neuropsychologist. For example, in the Wisconsin card sort test, the psychologist has to say correct or incorrect or whatever. And sometimes, you know, those interactions aren't the most conducive to show improvements in certain types of patient. They find them a bit challenging. So in a way, Cantab, with its computer perspective, removed that confrontational aspect from the test situation. Obviously, the clinical neuropsychologist still had to be present to guide the person and make sure they understood what they were doing. But the whole scenario is more like a game. You could blame poor performance on the computer or whatever. And the whole testing situation seemed to be simpler for the patient to undergo. Even despite the technology, they were easily able to touch the screens, for example, as we mentioned before.